Okay, thank you for joining me for my third playthrough of Red Dead Redemption. The first one, or the original, just just the first one. But it's just like I just like referring it to just Red Dead Redemption. Um, the this game was the first game that I finished where where it where it had me realize oh wow, video games can be so much more. And what I mean by that is, by the time I finished Red Dead, I I was just enthralled by the story, the characters, just everything to me just meshed perfectly. And so because of that, Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games. Period. In general, probably like in my yeah, it is in my top 10, maybe top 5 or close to top 5, like around there. Congress Bad Fur Day is my number one. I, I I think that would always be my number one, and there's a whole backstory behind that, which I'll probably go over when I eventually play Conquer's Bad Fur Day on stream. But but going back to Red Dead Redemption, um, and so and and so even though I beat the game already, um, the reason I'm playing it again is because I have a good friend who has never played the first game, and but he has played Red Dead Redemption 2, which I think he really enjoyed. Yeah, I think that was his thoughts on it. They just really enjoyed himself, but like nothing great, nothing bad, or nothing good. Just like really good, like around there. And then and then for me, for Red Dead 2, I played it, and like I I I guess I guess I liked it more than than what than what reviewers thought of it at the time, because when it came out, there were a lot of people that had issues with the controls and some other stuff like that. While for me, I didn't have any issues with the controls. There so when I was just playing Red Dead 2, it just like, here's Red Dead 2, here's more of the first thing. But except that for me, I had to me Red Dead 2 felt like a game that was trying too hard to be good, or like or try too hard to be cinematic. And what I mean by that is that, to me, um Red Red Dead 2 try to do things that the Last of Us did, and so because it tried to do that, it had me like the game less. What I mean by that is just, there are there are more moments in Red Dead 2 where I felt like I was losing more control in in the story that I was playing, and the game wanted to take and the game wanted to take over my control, just so it could tell its story. Like, I hope that kind of makes sense. But because stuff like that kept on happening a lot in the game, that had me that had me like the game less, more and more. And for Arthur, I like Arthur. Yeah, he's a cool guy. But then when he died, I didn't feel like that impact you're supposed to feel when he dies. Like, it's just like, oh man, poor Arthur. And when that was happening, like, I was more concerned with what was gonna happen with John Marston and with him and his family, because because throughout that whole game, I mainly only cared about him, and I mainly cared about him and his backstory, because of how much I was already invested in him, as a result of playing Red Dead 1. Yeah, so then and I kind of like the extra stuff they did for um that they did for John Marston into by having him get a happy ending, by having his ending in Red Dead 2 be a happy ending. Um, because in Red Dead 1, and he faces so much BS and uh, and so many hardships. I wish I could I wish I could think of a better word than hardships, but like he just went through so much stuff in Red Dead 1, that all the positive stuff that he went through in Red Dead 2 made me made me feel just made me feel just happy for him and his family as a character and as a person. Okay. And I think that's all I wanted to say about that. But okay, here we go. And so because of all of that, and because of my friend, I'm gonna be playing through Red Dead Redemption for the third time. Uh, I funny thing is I've only finished this game twice throughout my life. And the funny thing is that I still remember I still remember a majority of the things that happened in this game. It left that much of a positive impact on me when I played through them. So let's get this started. And thank you for joining me on this adventure, on this cowboy western of an adventure. So with that, I had to say goodnight to my mom. Funny thing is, and the funny thing is that she showed up just when the first cutscene was happening in the game. Mr. Marston, the the Bowler brothers, or the Bowler something. Rockstar Games presents one of the best games ever made. Period. Red Dead Redemption. Excuse me.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
Bonnie right there in the background.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals. But
She's
they're
very
happy.
easily convinced.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
That smug look on his face. Oh man, this brings back memories already.
What's going on? Martha! Mr. Martha, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front. You ain't gonna find sturdier horses than these in all of New Austin. Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of dust. Whoa! So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old three-to back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
The dialogue in this game
you
is so
planning on
great.
spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
And whenever whenever the voice actor whenever John Marston talks, I gotta be quiet. 'Cause
Yeah. Oh, it
his
was
voice
the
is great.
marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guy. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill. Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Saints alive. You're looking good.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands round here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle. There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Giddy up! Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Okay, that was a weird glitch.
side is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Yeah! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Come on, boy. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Come on, this is the only chance you're gonna get to rest. How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Come on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around. Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team. I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Let's see that rifle. I want a couple of these for the pot. You got one! Yes, kill those little varmints. Good shot. Much obliged for the help. Them rabbits can be wily little critters. Let's mount up and patrol the rest of the property. We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go. If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Is that a coyote? Get those pests before they scare the livestock.
Let's go. Whoa. That's it. Find out.
Good shoot, Mr. Marston.
Yeah.
That coyote won't be back. Nice shot. Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
There's a young lady hears about with a boil in the most unfortunate place. That big mountain lion down by the river killed another family last night. Well, well, well.
Give me a second to fix something.
Looking well, sir. Beautiful wife is no guarantee of full male potency.
There you go. We should be good there. Wait. I have to change something again.
Follow Charlie. He's a good one to sniff out trouble. Stick next to the dog, mister.
I want to do this. I could get some money because no money is needed for the upgrades and items that I will definitely need in this game.
the way, boy. Took care of that, fella.
Thank you, kindly. What the hell is wrong with you, son? I reckon.
Can I enter the shop here? Because apparently when it's not open, I can't go in.
Hello. Willie Henning. Hello, sir.
I must tell you, a man walked up to me the other day and he said, well, I can't even...
Apparently the shop's not available anyway.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only will I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so as country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
John has always had a charm with the ladies.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts. Come on, boy.
Go!
Whoa there. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this!
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland.
Come on, Mr. Marston!
Let's go! Come on! Neck and neck, Miss McFarland!
You're not as bad as I thought you'd be! Giddy up! Look at that!
Gotta be
man
careful or
ride
else
go!
my horse will gallop me off.
This is gonna be close!
Come on! This is how it's done! Come on! I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland! Are you saving the best for last? Easy. How you doing back there? Yeah. Would you like me to slow down? Should I wait for you to catch up?
I think the first time I played this game ever, I definitely lost.
Let's go. Slow it up now. Come. Come on.
Isn't this jolly?
Did you catch up so quickly with that extra boost?
Away that easily?
Yeah.
Especially with this horse, where stamina quickly decreases.
Come on.
I have got you now!
What the?
Bit.
She flew right past me. What the?
Yeah.
I was gonna win that, but then I don't know what she boosted right past me.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston. Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the driver's seat. Come on.
Howdy.
You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response.
Come on.
I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that. have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day. Kind of fella laboring under the delusion that age brings wisdom.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood.
We go way back, and I didn't have a lot of choice.
I'd be getting back there if I was you.
That's what I'm trying to do, miss.
For dialogue when there's writing, I want to slow down or at least stop so they can finish talking because their dialogue is great. The dialogue in this game is great, as I mentioned previously.
Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
How you do? How good it is to see you.
How would Armadillo get by without me?
Marshal Johnson hasn't been bought.
Hello there.
Finally come to get that bullet out your leg.
You hear Jeb Murphy at the gun shop lost his son to cholera?
Thanks. How are you, friend?
I'm selling some good tonics if you need them. Any trouble, let me know.
Yesterday, old Smithfield found 2 people dead in his barn.
Be well. Come by anytime. Tell me something I don't know.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
Now we meet the officers. All these side characters and main characters are great. They have their own quirks that make them special. Especially these guys.
Shut up, you! Now what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
Why are John's
You
guns
that fella
gold?
from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them one of them Williamson boys?
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come on, what? You getting cute with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Oh, no. Put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir. And you. Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Boggs Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
The saloon's this way.
Sorry about that. I had a cough.
So who are we looking for?
Bunch of 2-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walton. Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers in Armadillo spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No. But the way I figure it, better they're carousing in there than out robbing decent folk.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
Dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Let's go, Marston. I've been after that son of a bitch for months. Damn, he's seen it. Come on, don't lose him.
Walton's as bad as you say he is. Why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walton's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gaptooth Ridge, these boys get around. Walton's the start, but there's plenty more where he came from. He's headed for Pleasant's house. Let's stop so we can get a better look.
Come on!
got company, boys!
Damn! Take cover! We'll work our way up this hill.
Over here, pussyfoot!
Marston, I got you covered. Move up to that wagon. Behind the crate, Marston. Now move up to that crate. I'll cover you. That fool behind the rock is yours, Marston. It's your day of reckoning, boys. I got you, boy. Make a move to that boulder. There's another one behind the outhouse, boys! Good! Now move up to the outhouse, Marston!
I'll put a window in your skull, Walton.
Up here, cocksuckers!
My God!
Taste my lead!
Walton's inside the house! Take him alive if you can! There's Walton! He's making a run for it! Take him alive if you can! It has been a pleasure, Marshal! Come on, boys! He's getting away! Thank you, boy. I'd have preferred him to swing. I guess fingers can't be choosers. At least we got this son of a bitch.
I'm trying to get him alive, but I didn't get the last one yet.
Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Yeah! Ooh,
Did I get it from Bonnie? I don't remember, but I think I do.
You got anything interesting, Fred?
I couldn't tell who was who.
Excuse me, mister.
about some five-finger fillet?
Sure. Beat you chasing outlaws. All right.
Quicker than this,
Money's
I ain't
down,
drinking.
mister. This is gonna be easier than I thought. Looks like you're gonna have to get faster, my friend.
This is what you're up against.
Not bad. Hope you know what you're doing.
It's gonna be hard because it went up to 10 bits.
All right, there.
Very nice.
Can't believe I did that. Usually by this point I lose. And the faster one. That was so close. Yeah. My record still stands in where that's where I failed the most.
Son of a bitch!
Get off her, you son of a bitch!
Suppose not all men are bad. I won't forget what you did here.
Glad to be of service to the oldest profession.
Hello there.
Strong liquor!
There is nobody here. Who's better than me?
I got iron to suit any need. Please.
Hi there.
You surely won't regret a purchase.
Rattlesnake Fest next month. Get
Thanks.
Now stay safe. I'm not causing you no loss. We got the gun, you got the gun. There's something odd about this, Jeff.
I need to make that money back.
Unless you want to start working for Pepper
Be glad
Guts,
to take you going from
guns
you,
as far as possible.
It'd be my
from the
pleasure.
mansion.
$25. Oh, that's a lot.
All right, fellas.
You know, if Johns is elected governor, he's going to open the rail lines to Allende.
Big spender.
That John Marston used to be a hired killer for the Jews, you know?
Someone's feeling the pressure. I'm calling.
This might work.
All right, I see.
The Southwestern Railroad Company is just a front for the Jews to run the country, you know?
I'm looking a little hog-tied.
Hell, I'll take that.
I'll call. I check.
Sanchez, Allende, DeSanta, Reyes, all the same. They just want Armadillo rail rights.
buy a new iron with these winnings.
Reyes is as revolutionary as Napoleon. He just likes riding horses in a fancy uniform. I know this next hand is going to be my hand. Now, here's something you don't see every day. Unless you want to start working for Pepper Guts, you'll keep Johns as far as possible from the governor's mansion.
Them bean eaters got a right old civil war brewing, sure as shooting.
I'm gonna check.
Oh, I won. I thought I lost. I can touch that John removes his gloves when he's playing.
Think I'm gonna call. Big spender.
That John Marston used to be a hired killer for the Jews, you know?
Them bean eaters got a right old civil war brewing, sure as shooting.
You know, if Johns is elected governor, he's going to open the rail lines to Allende.
Them bean eaters got a right old civil war brewing, sure as shooting.
I'm calling.
It's me and the old man.
Today.
You a tough guy, mister? I hope so. We're gonna have a showdown. You're in way over your head, son.
I'll shut that mouth of yours for good.
Our first duel of the game. The Baifunke, aka the husband of the sister from Arrested Development.
Mother. Why me?
Hello? Hello? It's Armadillo 731. What is it with these things? Hello? It's a new line. Hello? Hello?
Sounds fun. What's happening?
I have no idea. Yeah, if it's important, they'll send someone down like they did with you.
Suddenly, the world is full of theys.
Yeah. I remember when we first got here. We used to consider people from Dade County to be exotic. Now guys can get here from the Midwest, and they can do it in 6 days.
Things have changed.
They've gotten away from me. Hello? I don't understand it no more, boy. Honest to goodness.
I'm not sure I do.
Marshall! 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 I just been up in the canyon, spying like you said. I think I seen me a couple of them rustlers. I think it was the Ballard twins and a couple of Mexicans.
They up there right now?
Well, it was a group of 4 men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye. All right, let's go. You ride with us again, Marston?
Will you help me?
I will try.
It'd be my pleasure.
long you been working for the government, Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Well, I got a telegram from some federal clowns in Blackwater that says otherwise.
Are you some kind of vigilante?
You don't look like no government boy.
I guess it's complicated. I came because it was made impossible for me not to.
You sure are a tight-lipped son-of-a-bitch, mister.
I guess I am. I ain't gonna dig this hole no deeper.
Ain't you all proud and superior? Don't forget you need us more than we need you. Bill Williamson folded you up like an empty purse the last time, if I remember correctly.
Simmer down, Jonah.
Listen to your boss, Jonah. There's a good boy. Otherwise, I'll put a hole in your hillbilly head and watch your tiny brain drain out.
I'll be honest with you, Marston. I ain't for all this government interference.
Believe me, Marshal, neither am I.
I try to keep the federal boys happy. I mean, we need all the help we can get. But what does a flannel-mouthed city boy who never forked a bale of hay in his life know about a state like New Austin?
Nothing, I reckon.
All this manifest destiny hogwash, taming a wild land. We're nearly there. Keep your eyes out for the bollards. Ooh, now. All right, leave the horses here and follow me. Head for the fort. Be ready, boys. We're probably going to be outnumbered.
And those bastards ain't short on firepower, neither.
Let's see how many there are. If we can take them alive, good. If not, smoke the sons of bitches.
Music to my ears, Marshal.
Look out! Rustler guard! Gun them down!
You know who you're fighting?
Help me out here, will you? Good. Let's split up. You take the left, boys. I'll go right. Marston, you can go with the deputies or cover me.
Are you kidding? Sweet mother of God!
Sorry, partner.
God. Eyes up, boy. Behind that rock. Stay close. Now, come on, get yourselves up, or we'll kill every last one of you. Damn you. Looks like we got him. Let's move on. Stick with me. Look, the deputies are making progress. Are you gonna shoot any of these rustlers, boy? Head for that camp. Blast them, boy. You better surrender. You hear? I see one of them. There's one more for the vultures. That bastard won't be rustling no more. Come on! Let's get these sons of bitches! Nice and steady now. Don't leave yourself open.
Sorry about this, partner.
Come on!
That close up. when you're right next to an enemy, and you have a rifle or a shotgun, just go right up next to them, press RT, and then it does that little quick time event, or it does the little moment where Marston just goes up and just straight up shoots him on the head.
Come on! Full foot, Marston! Let's push it. Watch out. Looks like there's a couple of snipers over there. God damn it! Take out those snipers, boy! Get those thieving bastards!
This is getting ugly. Ain't your life worth living?
Follow me! There's one of them. Let's clear out Pike's Basin once and for all! Come on, Marston. I can't take them all by myself.
Damn! Too close!
Come on, stop lagging behind! I can hear more gunshots. Quick, let's go help my deputies.
Just a little something for my troubles.
This looks as good a spot as any. Gather around and listen up. All right, stealthy as you can, boys. Let's get as close to those bastards as we can. Put down your guns and surrender! Help me out here, will you?
Shit! He almost got me!
Good shooting, boy! Following her now! Well, you got one! There's one more for the vultures.
Thanks, Marshal. We're indebted to you with our lives.
Just get them cattle back safe.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Yes, well done.
Now, about Williamson.
I'll do what I can. You know, as you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum.
Say that again.
Well, one other thing, Marston. Mr. Johnson, sir. It's Mr. Wes Dickens. He's missing.
Who?
Mr. Wes Dickens, the tonics merchant. He was due in town last week.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman who cons housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're being a little unfair. He's helped a great many of the county, and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves, and the town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I am so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
This is mighty generous of you, mister.
Now the store is open. Or this store is open.
Come on in, take a look.
Hey, mister.
I'm sure you'll find something you like here.
That Marshall Johnson's got the weight of the world on his shoulders already. The new settler was hurt in Shaw and he fell right into poor Hayes.
Another satisfied customer.
That should keep me going for a while.
Thanks for stopping by. Greetings.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson, to settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is that I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure, but I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
After everything John says, the first thing she says is, John, I need your help again.
Alright, let's head over to the cow pen. It's about time a budding farmer such as yourself learned how to herd cattle.
Come on.
Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
How are you, Miss
Get
McFarland?
up! How do you do, sir?
Keep on moving. Nice job, Mr. Marston. That's it. I know Mr. Marston.
Whoa.
Herd the cows down the road. Pretend you know what you're doing.
Ain't that hard, is it? Yes, hard. Look at the cowboys.
Get right at them. Drive him this way.
Come on. What a man. There you go.
Come on. Whoa there.
Nearly there. Keep going, Mr. Marston.
Now we need to move this entire herd out to the far pasture for grazing.
Whoa, whoa.
Keep sweeping behind them. That way they'll stay together.
Move, move. Come on, let's go, let's go.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Let's go.
action scene was about to happen. Wild horses.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. And we had outlaws, and we had drought, we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle just take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always going to be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
If you're noticing me starting like to drift away, sorry about that.
Mr. Marston.
Last night I slept very late to help my family.
That new lasso of yours to good use. That ranch hand said there's a pack of wild horses nearby.
And then this morning I needed more time to sleep, but I did not.
Come! You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret who sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy
But I
the
know
ride?
we're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland.
There's the horses! Get that lasso ready!
Rope one of them for me, Marston!
Go!
Hold that damn rope, Marston! Hold him there now.
You'll have this in no time!
Don't let it bust you, Mr. Marston. Lean into it.
Relax now. Nearly
That's
there.
it. Don't give up. You're doing
That's
fine. Keep
Good
up.
work. I'm impressed, Marston. Mount up, Marston. You leave this one to me. I think that's enough activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's rope another one.
Come on.
Come on, rope one of them. What are you waiting for?
Let's go. Easy. I got you. Whoa there. You're mine now. Oh, damn. Come on, baby. Calm down. Calm down now. That's it. Yeah. There you go.
You're a regular Bronco buster, C-boy. Nice work. I think that'll do it for today. Let's get back to the ranch.
Come on.
That's it. Follow the bonding.
I like your father.
Wait, what?
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor. But it's straight. And it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Whoa! Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses. No rest for the wicked. Let's see if we can track down that other herd of horses.
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Pa hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He'd never admit it, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looked.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much. There's my boys. Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's drive them up the canyon where it narrows. We'll trap them there. Stay with the horses. I'll give you a signal when we're ready for them.
I'll see you there, miss. Yeah.
I'd end up over there.
Come on, come on, come on! Let's go. Let's move here, my four-legged friends. Forward! Here! Come on! Move it! Slow it up now. Move on! Move on! Get a move on! Come!
Whoa!
Jesus Christ!
Looks like we got the lot of them. What magnificent animals they are. Hey, the stallion's getting away! Chase him down and bring him back!
Come on!
Go on! Don't let him get away!
Come on! Let's go! Come on! Easy! I got you now! Oh, this ain't good! Relax! Come on, baby! Calm down! I'm in trouble here! Calm down now! Nearly there! That's it. Go!
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.
What's the rate he kinda got?
Come on! Come on! Lie still.
treasure map. Heavy. Not too heavy for John Marston.
Maybe my luck's turned. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, Lord. This is nasty. Let's go. Yeah. Tough one, ain't you? This'll fetch a good price. Come on. There we go. Come. Come on, easy up now. Who did?
He's missing. He's only a youngster. My boy is missing.
Where? Who took him?
Them people in the hills. Them hills near Hanging Rock. They took it.
Can't the police force help you?
Oh, they can't even help themselves. Please, sir. My son is missing. I need your help.
If I find him, I'll bring him back to you.
Jim Murphy's the name, and I got all the armaments you...
Howdy.
Nope, we can't put no price on safety.
Where are you, Moses? Can I have this? What am I doing here?
This is mighty uncivil, mister.
Come on! Relax!
There you go.
Let's go, shall we? How's he getting so close?
Nobody outshoots Woody Swenson.
Thankfully, this horse has much more stamina than the other one.
What? I'd be obliged if you'd sit at the metaphorical negotiating table with me.
How'd my horse die?
Let's make this quick.
That was weird. Somehow my horse died.
I ain't normally this jumpy. Keep quiet now. That was far sound, read command. That worked. You ain't gonna win this!
It was supposed to go not very easy, but this was supposed to be simple. Somehow, the moment my horse died out of nowhere, everything went off the rails.
Let's go. Surely I've got the right to buy out my own contract. Poor poker. I'd be extremely grateful for
Made it.
Found that no good piece of dirt. Thank you. Forgive me, sir. Mind out, sir.
I don't know who I can trust on that. Hello?
Hey, partner.
I'm sure you'll find something you like here.
I don't trust that Jeremiah Somerset with his plans. I've never
No,
known
there
a
isn't.
place to live up to its name more than Thieves Landing.
Old Joe ordered himself an electric belt out from Baldwin.
Nice doing business with you.
I think that's good for now.
Nice doing business with you.
Yep. Hello there.
I believe the new song's
Okay, that's it for me for tonight. Because I assume you've noticed that recently I've been getting a couple months ago I was getting very very tired and sleepy, and where somehow when I was going straight to this area, just like to go here, I somehow ended over here without even knowing. So what happens when I get very tired apparently. Thank you very much for joining me for our first little, it's a very small section, first little section of Red Dead Redemption 1. Yeah, I got nothing much else to say besides that for the next time I stream, I want to get much further on into the game, so I'll try to stream I'll try to stream earlier than usual, so I could just have much more time to play. Because for Red Dead, once you start to get into the groove of things, you want to keep going until like a certain point, or you just keep going until you can't stop going. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully you enjoy your day and or night, and then you see me again and hear me again next time. Goodbye.